scoot the patient towards the
Sacral
This
torsion.
is like paparazzi.
Yeah, right.
You're just like,
That is. Everybody's doing the same too. Wow, that's a lot of cameras. I should be there.
You're not camera shy, are you?
So remember, this would be for what type of a sacral torsion? What do we call that? Left sacral torsion, yeah. And it helps if you visualize the sacrum is like that, and we're just trying to pull it around the other way. So basically, my hand's going to be the sacrum, but it's not directly midline. That would probably be the best place for my hand, but it will change your relationship to gravity too much on most people, unless you got like a really small patient. So my hand's going to be just this side of midline. So it's like if this is the sacrum, my hand's kind of here, not midline. But in my brain, my hand is now the sacrum. So I just kind of visualize what's going on with my hand as what's going on with the sacrum. So if the sacrum's torqued like that, I need to pull it around this way, like that. So it's this setup, like I mentioned, it's just like the AS where we need to kind of scoop and flex the hip up during the setup, but instead we're focusing on the sacrum. So I'm kind of getting a little bit of tissue tension, then flexing the hip up above 90 degrees, and then rolling the patient over. And now, instead of paying attention to my body being this way because we need to drive forward, I can turn a little bit more perpendicular because my hand is now the sacrum, and I want to drop on that part of the sacrum. Does that make sense? Sacrum's up like that. I want to drop on that part of it, bring it down. So my hand's there, and then drop. And that's about all you really need. If you have the patient take a deep breath and you set it up with momentum, that's about all the drop you would need. If you do it in steps like I just showed it, where you go boom, 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 and then up like that, you might need a little bit more force, but this is how I end up doing this adjustment. I usually set it up just like I did, just to make sure that all the parts are in the right place for when I do everything using momentum. So I kind of get there, make sure that everything's right, and also that this feels comfortable to the patient. If this is like a horrendous position for them, I'm obviously not going to then thrust. Kind of, okay, that's good. All right, go ahead and take a deep breath. See what I did? I just kind of put them back in neutral. Take a deep breath. And during the exhale, I scoop, I flex, I roll, I drop.
So you're not really doing much of the upper body. You're just stabilizing the upper body.
Yeah.
For tension.
Definitely just stabilizing. If
Okay.
the tension that we would create with any kind of counter torque is all in the lumbar spine.
Right.
So, and we are talking about like L5S1, but what we're really talking about is getting the sacrum moving. We don't want to necessarily do a lot of counter torque, although it would be a decent argument to say that you'd want to counter torque a little bit. So if that doesn't do the job, the next step is to do the exact same thing with just a little bit more tension on the upper body. But I still wouldn't do as much as if we were thinking about the lumbar spine. All right?
And you flexing her hip with your right knee.
This one. Mostly, yeah. It's just like the AS. I start out with both of my thighs kind of behind that knee, and then as I'm moving it forward, it's this left knee kind of just guides the knee a little bit. It's not the driver. The driver would be more my back leg, mostly. It really depends. If Janet's leg was a lot bigger, both of my knees would be doing something. I mean, you get patients whose femurs are that long, both of your legs would do something, but yeah, mostly driving with that back leg. And paying attention, you're decently flexible. I wouldn't want to scoop and then flex all the way up here, because now I'm nowhere near where I need to drop. So the flexion only happens so where I start at 90 degrees. Again, if I started above 90 degrees, then I end up being here. If I start at 90 degrees, then I just use enough tension to bring that around. Then roll the patient, make sure I'm there. All right, let's try that. Work it. To the other side.